What's up, guys? Tim Little. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Today's video, we have a fishing video for you out on the lake. Gonna be doing some summer to fall transition fishing. Should be a good one. Let's go. All right, guys, excited to get a fishing day in, and today's gonna be a tricky one. So, kind of talked about those overnight lows, right? Summer transition to fall, that early fall transition. And today's supposed to be a high of almost 90 degrees, 88 degrees, but last night's low was 52 degrees, so pretty chilly. So it's gonna be a little tricky trying to find these fish, but they should be schooled up once we find them. So I'm looking forward to covering a ton of water. We got swim baits and top water and glide baits and some finesse rigs, some free rigs. We got all sorts of stuff rigged up. We got the whole arsenal rigged up today to see if we can catch them. But yeah, got the leaves starting to turn a little bit on some of these trees. That crisp, cool air. Here we go. All right, we got a little shade still on this wall over here, so I'm gonna start with some top water. Then I might run back through it with subsurface stuff, either the glide bait or the mag draft. I don't know what's going on with that camera. Nice little spotty on the drop shot. Wind-blown point. Just textbook. Thanks, dude. Not sure what happened with the console camera there, but first fish. Just this wind-blown point. Started fishing a little bit deeper. Water temps 75, so I feel like a lot of these fish are still going to be somewhat deep. You know, there's summer patterns, some of those deep offshore fish. But wind-blown point, threw the glide bait across it. Nothing. I had one follower on the glide, and then flipped around and threw the drop shot. It's the first time throwing this guy right here. It's the OSP Mylar minnow. Super realistic. As you can see, they're very pricey. 14 bucks for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. But it lasted. You guys know that spotted bass just shred baits, but it lasted. Looks perfect after that first fish, but look how realistic of a minnow that thing is. Pretty cool. See if we can catch another one. missing him, dang it. He's there. He's on it. Little guy. Got him. I knew you were little by the way you were messing with my bait. He's spitting up all sorts of bait fish. Little dude. Thanks, bud. I could tell that fish was small by the way he was pecking at my bait. It would load up, come off, peck, 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 load up, come off, peck, peck, peck. Spit up a whole bunch of little shad. You can see right there. It's a pretty little drop shot bait. Missed another one. This bait's working really well. I've been bit on almost every cast. It looks so real in the water, but just around some smaller spotted bass right now, and they just keep grabbing it and coming off. This whole point, I can see just clouds of bait just swimming back and forth. Got the wind coming this way, kind of wrap around the point. This point should be loaded with fish, and it is. It just seems to be smaller fish right now. Oh, missed another one. Got a nice one stuck in the tree. Still on? Oh yeah, you're still on. Come on. Come on out. I came along that point. I don't know why the camera's turned off. Fired along this bank. Toonk, set up, zzz, right to a tree. Fish is still on. Come on out. I'm stuck in like 20 foot. come on. Oh, I can see the fish. It's right there. Might be able to get him with a net. Where are you at? Lost him again. What a cluster. No. Dang. Can't see him anymore. Pulling so hard on this. This is that Seaguard Gold label. It's only 6 pound. The fish was just there, like 4 feet, 5 feet down. Come on out. Change angles and see if I can see better. Come on. I'm gonna lose this fish, I know it. Ah. I could see him for a few seconds up on that top branch. Then he peeled back down. I don't know where he's at. Gosh, I got him. I got him. I never thought I was gonna get that fish. This is a nice spot. Never thought I was gonna get that fish. You guys probably are like, he's an idiot. Nice one. A nice healthy spot. Thanks, dude. So, I don't know how long I was filming without filming, but basically threw along this bank, doop, load up to it, zzz, hung up. Like, what the heck? Look back, the camera is not recording. Again, it turned off just there. What is going on with you guys? Technical difficulties. Anyways, took me down that tree. I'm in like 20 foot. And man, this line, super impressed with that line. Again, that's that gold label. Oh, it's frayed big time, but I landed the fish and you guys saw how hard I was pulling on that thing. Again, ate that little drop shot, but I'm gonna have to retie a leader, but Nice chunky spot. More importantly, just don't give up on the fish. I thought there was multiple times during that, like I never felt the fish, just solid. I'm pulling, like am I gonna break off? Is my connection not gonna pop? Finally, I saw it twice. I saw it flash once and it looked like good fish. And then this last time I saw it up sideways on that last branch and it went for a run and I lost it again. And for like another 2 or 3 minutes, never saw it and thought for sure I was gonna pull and break it off. And then lo and behold, it came up on that last tug. But don't give up next time you hook a fish and you're in the trees. It's probably a low percentage that you get them when you're that hung up for that long, but that line did the trick. Pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna retie a leader and go try another spot. I found a little school up shallow. Ate the Karashi. I got hung up there. Come here. Thanks, dude. Went up and I saw 3, I don't know, smaller spotted bass up underneath that lay down. I threw that Karashi in there, twitch, twitch, twitch. All 3 of them started dancing over it. One just smoked it. Dang. How did I miss that guy? So these fish are sitting back in these pockets. And I'm having to make, there's a lot of overhangs and stuff, so I'm having to make real accurate casts. I'm just walking this Karashi really fast. And these fish, these spotted bass shoot straight up from the bottom, blow up on it, and shoot straight back down. Sometimes they get it and sometimes they don't. But that one right there was a bummer. Little guy following it. But you can see back up underneath these overhangs, these fish are sitting right up there in the shallows to ambush from. So you gotta make real accurate casts, otherwise you're hung up all the time. That was cool. No. That was super cool. Just came up and destroyed that Karashi. Another healthy little spotted bass. So basically I'm just fishing these overhangs, and anytime there's little rock outcroppings, that seems to be where I'm getting bit. But as you can see, guys, we started off shallow, started off on flats, fishing hard cover. The same stuff that we teach on those transition videos, same thing I'm doing today. Started off transitioning from deep to shallow, fishing that hard cover. Not really much going on. Backed our way out to a main lake point, a wind-blown point, and lots of bait fish around, and some small spotted bass. I'm sure sometime throughout the day, some bigger ones will move up there. But now I'm all the way in the very back of the first cove next to that point, the point that separates this from the main lake. I'm in the very back. Went to the very back, not a lot of activity. Came out a little bit, and that's where I caught that one out of that group of 3, missed the other one. Now I'm just working my way out through these little cuts in the bank where they can corral bait and push bait. And you can see the little bait fish, I don't know what's flying around me, see little bait fish up there flickering around on the surface and stuff. But again, they're just using those little outcroppings and those little cuts to ambush, corral that bait and ambush from it. But that was a really cool explosion on that Karashi. When you're twitching it really fast, it's that subsurface twitch bait. It looks like a frantic fleeing bait fish. They come out and they just destroy it sometimes. They just want to murder it, which is good and bad, right? Sometimes they miss it and don't come back, and sometimes they get it like that one. So let's keep going. Big one, dang it. It's like a 3 to 4 pound spot. I thought she was gonna do it. Bummer. Dang it. That's the bite I needed right there. That was the bite I needed. Took one of my pinchers. Bummer. Well, grinder. I choked on that last bite. I don't know if it was a big one or not. It took one of my pinchers. Usually big ones will just eat the bait versus just take one of the claws or the flap, you know, the pinchers. But man, all right, let's backtrack. So first half of the day was decent. It wasn't great, it was decent. We had wind, we had sunshine, and I was just moving around. Started running this stuff first, the stuff that we just finished on, running this stuff first, and it was a ghost town. Nothing shallow whatsoever on the hard cover. So then I went deep. I went to main lake points, wind blown, and got several bites. Caught a few fish, caught that one fish that hung me up. I'm glad I got that one in the boat, because it would have been even worse today if I didn't get that one in. But there were several fish on that windblown main lake point, which is, you know, it's a staple. That's this time of the year. Anytime you can fish main lake points that are windblown, do it. I started off throwing a big bait. I threw the glide across the point. I threw the mag draft across the point, hoping to get a big bite. And then I switched to finesse. That's when I went with the drop shot and started getting bites. Man, I got so many bites today, short strike early on. You know, it must have been just little guys. But then we started going towards the very back, like we teach in some of our transition videos. You know, start in the back where they can corral bait, and then work your way out on the secondary points and so forth. Not much in the backs today at all. No bait, no fish, but coming out of the backs of those cuts, anywhere there was overhangs next to rock or little rock outcroppings, I would see fish, or I'd have followers or bites, or actually catch fish on the Karashi. Had a few bites, a few fish on that, I believe. I can't keep track. I probably had 30 or 40 short strikes today. Not in the last few hours, but early on. And then that whole thing changed. I went deep. the weather changed. I mean, I legitimately could be wearing a sweatshirt right now. It is chilly. There's finally a breeze again, but it's a chilly, cold breeze. We got overcast. We went from sunny to overcast. We went from hot to fall weather, and it just seemed like that was the light switch that just turned everything off. It is what it is. You know, can't blast them every time we're out. You guys ask in the comments all the time, do you guys ever struggle? Do you ever have, you know, blank, or do you ever have hard times? Of course we do. You know, every fisherman does. And so it's just as important to put out these grinder type videos as it is of, you know, when we're weighing 30 pounds or sticking 8-pounders, right? It's just fishing. And today was just one of those days. Like we talked about, guys, sometimes this fall transition can be tough. You know, I haven't been on this lake in about a year or so. Actually, it was last fall I was here. And you got to find these fish. These fish are moving around, and fall fishing can be tough, or that transition can be tough until you find them. But as far as baits, man, I threw the kitchen sink. I threw a drop shot, a weightless Senko, Karashi. Matt is going to do an in-depth Karashi video, but that will be coming here. I'm not sure, maybe in a couple weeks or so, but he's going to go full in depth on that entire Karashi deal. It is awesome, especially BFS, even when you're catching small fish, but even big fish. My 2 biggest fish followers I had today were on the Karashi. But so look for that video coming. But what else? Underspin, jerkbait, topwater, free rig, glide bait, mag draft. Again, just one of those days. But guys, if you like these grinder videos, or you can relate to these grinder videos, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys on the next video.